What's up, YouTube? Back at it again, man. Back at it one more time, man. Came to drop some new heat for y'all, man. But before I get started with this video, man, let me go ahead and start getting out a few more shout outs, man. Because we done picked up a few more followers, a few more people chimed in to let me know where they represent. Hey, man, I got VA in the building, baby. You know what I mean? Virginia, stand up. I got that 334, Alabama, stand up. Birmingham, stand up. Alabama, definitely in the building. Hey, man, I got that Carver Home, Zone 3, that Trey, stand up. Also, man, I got BR1, T4X, I'm calling that out just to let you know. Shamrock, Camden Road, Addison Court, Zone 4, stand up. Hey, quick, uh, quick little off kilter, man. How about my ex back before I fell? That's where she stayed at. In them apartments in Shamrock, man. Shamrock apartment, man. Hey, man, I'm going to run this story to y'all, man. I just got off work last night, man. Also, before I finish, big play. Hey, homie, get at me, man. I need to holler at you, man, because I got a story about you, too. But, I'm going to talk to you first. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing bad. You know what I mean? It's funny enough that we look back on it. But yeah, man, I appreciate all the love that I've been got, man. ATL Mail, man. I already shouted out the Carver Home for you, 7349. But hey, man, I appreciate the support. And to each and every person that supported the channel and everybody who been supporting the channel, if I didn't call your name, don't take no offense to it, because it's nothing but love. You know who you are. You know that you've been here since day one. You've been rocking with your boy. Hey, man, continue to like, comment, and share. Also, I want to do a PSA, a public service announcement, man. Hey, I want y'all to comment, put in the comment, what would be a good day for me to do a live? It's going to be strictly a Q&A. It won't be a story, a strictly Q&A, because I know a lot of questions been asked in the comments, and honestly, due to my time and my schedule, dealing with the family, my daughter and whatnot, she demands so much of my attention that I don't have time to sit down and just go through them and try to answer them through there. I really answer it through a Q&A. So comment. Don't give me a specific date, but give me a specific day. Not a date, but a specific day. Whether it be whatever day that you feel like I can get the most interaction with the people who've been chiming in on the comment, the people who actually want to, do a Q&A with me, just holler at me. So I'm going to start this story out, because the name of this story is going to be called The Big Bad Wolf. And you'll see the name of the story in there. And reason why I'm calling the Big Bad, if anybody want to know why I call it that, because he always was woofing. And if you don't know what woofing mean a person that always running their mouth, talking about they this, talking about they that. So boom, I'm going to start right here. I actually met this guy. Well, actually, he came in at the same day I did. He was on the bus with me. And this is my first introduction to this dude. This dude always, I'm going to say, he came on the bus talking. Off the top. Soon he got on the bus, he just go to talking. Yeah, man, my cousin done been down the road to the toe. So I'm straight. You know what I mean? They told me how to make it. I'm waiting on somebody to try me. I'm going to knock they... Now, I'm talking about everybody on the bus is quiet, but this guy, he is steady talking. If you look on the bus, you can see the same thing. Everybody got the poker face on, but if you look in the eyes, it's a hint of fear, because throughout the state of Georgia, everybody done heard about Alto. They heard about the things that go on in Alto. It's not a thing about, do you think you can survive or not? It's the thing that I have to go down there to survive. And you don't know what you're going to be facing. You heard these things. What kind of person would be going to a place where these folks saying that you got the F for fight? Why do I even have to have those options? So you thinking like this got to be some all-out savagery going on. But this dude talking like he built for this. And me, I got a habit of, when I see something that is weird to me or outside the norm, I would stare at it. Whether it be the way that a person looked, the way that a person walked, or where a person would talk, I would stare at it. And I'm looking at him because I'm like, bro, why is you keep talking about this? Ultimately, went to the point where he was asking the transfer officer how long is it going to actually take for us to get to Alto, because he said he came from South Georgia somewhere. And they was like, man, shut the hell up. Because that's basically what they said. They ain't said that nice. You know what I mean? And they ain't nice as boss. So they ain't said that nice. And I'm looking at him, so now he don't start talking to me, because at first he was just talking to the air. He just looking at me. Now he want to talk to me. He said, man, yeah, man, you been out before? You been out here before? How the hell I'm 18 to 21, my boy? If you over the age of 21, you're going to a whole nother camp. Obviously, I am not over 21. How many times do you think I can go to prison back and forth in those few years? That's what I'm thinking in my head. I learned a lot hard lesson later on in life that these people can actually do that. But anyway, I just look at him. I don't even say nothing. And I just turn I said, let me quit looking at this dude. We get down now, and he was woofing in the intake when everybody was in there going through. Just look at that first day is my work day. That part 2, when I was speaking on it specifically. But man, listen to me. This dude started talking. It was like when they was calling people out the gate, just picking people or whatnot. He was like, man, don't need to get up. I don't want to get over, man. Shit, I got to get upstairs, man. I got to get me some sleep, man. I've been up all day. He just started talking. I ain't worried about it. You know what I mean? Y'all acting like y'all scared to get naked in front of other men. I said, man, no, man. We just know it's over with once you got to go through that threshold, and it ain't no going back, straight up. But anyway, fast forward, man, we go up to diagnostic, and we in diagnostic together. And he slept like 2-3 beds down from us, so we end up building a rapport. Let me explain about when I said we build a rapport. When I say that, sometimes it doesn't mean that we are friends. It just means that me and you have conversation from time to time, meaning that we will sit around and have a conversation more than 2-3 minutes. His conversation will always be one-sided because he wouldn't stop talking. He's the type of dude, if you say I ran track, he say he tried out for the Olympics. If you said you played football in high school, he was got a scholarship to go to college. He was better than you in any and everything that you did. If you said you was boxing, he said, yeah, man, you know, I was training with Mike Tyson. That's the type of cat this dude was, man. So fast forward out of diagnostics. Well, before we got out of diagnostics, we ended up getting kind of semi-cool because at the end of the day, he's entertainment. You know what I mean? We start seeing him as entertainment. Anytime he pull up, he coming up with some stupid dumbness, talking about some crazy stuff about how big and bad he really was. How many folks he done knocked out in the county jail that he came from. All type of mess, man. We go across the yard. Y'all can see where this story going. It's a twist to it, though. We get across the yard. We go to actually, me and him go to the same dormitory together at the same day, at the same time. So by the familiarity to bring around, you know what I mean, a companionship, a friendship, you know what I mean? So we end up being kind of more cooler, but you know, I'm still hesitant because he talked too much. I don't like people that talk a lot or always bragging on themselves and thinking that they're better than everybody else. You need to have some type of form of humbleness. Now, I hope I'm saying that right. Don't be picking at me like I told you. I'm tired. You know what I mean? My cognitive skill is not all the way up. But yeah, you got to have some type of form of being humble when you're dealing with, especially in prison. Because you're doing all that woofing, somebody's going to try it. Somebody's going to jump outside themselves or jump out there to see if you really about what you're saying. You know what I mean? If you really the cap, are you straight up with what you're saying? If you the monster that you say you are you the wolf that you say you are you just a cub? Or even a sheep in wolf clothing. So here we go. We get in there. So this is when our problem came. We in 17. We in down here. We both was in trade school. He gets into a fight in trade school. I didn't see the fight. Didn't see who he got to fight with. None of that. I heard about it because they said some dude got to fight now. It just chill amongst the inmate. When I get upstairs, it was him, and he comes down because he had got sent to medical. He went to medical. He didn't tell on the guys, but he had cut his arm on the window or something when they was fighting. He had a little knot on his eye. He comes down, he beelines off in the room with me. And he walks in there, and the first thing he said, man, I seen Charlie, boy, up there in medical. I didn't even get a chance to ask him what had happened to him when he came through there. He said, I seen Charlie, boy, up there in medical. I like, yeah, man, he good? He like, yeah. But look, I told him what had happened, man. You know the dude jumped on me, right? I said, okay. He was like, yeah, man. He told me, man, that I told him, I said, tomorrow, when I go down to the trade school, I'm going to straighten my business. And he said, you better help me. Listen, first thing first, when you tell me I better do something, it's a trigger for me, especially when it comes behind some bodily harm. If you saying you better do something, instantly it triggers me. It gets me to the point I am infuriated. Not now. I don't got older. I don't start understanding you know what I mean, and having a self accountability to understand that trigger words and having emotional intelligence to allow myself to walk away from certain situations. If it make me mad, I'm not going to outwardly show it. I just would just get away from you. Well, he said that now I'm pissed off. Pissed off. And a lot of people have a misunderstanding of the dynamics of the relationship between me and Charlie Boy. Me, I'm an introvert. Meaning I am a lot more quieter amongst people, you know, than he is. So he is a lot more sociable, meaning that he talks more than me. And a lot of times he like to joke, laugh, all that stuff there. So he would like to joan and stuff like that. And I don't feed into it. So I just fall back. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I just don't feel like doing the back and forth. I'm just how I am. You know what I mean? Especially when we have mixed people that I don't know or trust. It would give a person a belief that he has more influence over me. He had influence on me to do things that he want me to do, which is farther from the truth than you would know. Honestly, yeah, if he give me some advice, I will listen to it, but he don't have no control over me, and vice versa. If I got advice, he come to me for advice more than I do him. And I'm about the only person that can get dude to calm down when he start going left field. I'm the one reeling back in. I'm the one get him back to focusing on what's going on. And people don't understand the dynamics. If you're on the outside looking in, it might seem like he has the most influence, but that's not the truth. I'm my own man. I stand on that. I'm not a leader. I'm not a follower. I'm my own man. If you choose to follow me, that's on you. Well, follow me on this. I need you to follow me on this. But I'm just saying, if you follow me, if I'm going into battle or something and you decide that you want to follow me, I got you. I'm with you. My loyalty is unchanged. That's one thing that I have a problem with is my loyalty. And I'm very loyal to a fault. But moving on, this is not what the story is about. Moving on. When he said that, I instantly blow. And I'm going to say this in the nicest possible way I can on this platform. Basically, I told him, I don't care what nobody told you, bro. Ain't nobody going to tell me what to do. And if I better what you trying to say? And he was trying to explain himself. And I'm like, man, I don't talk to you, huh? And that was the last time me and him ever had any interaction. I stopped talking to him, period. When he would pull up, and I would tell him, like, man, go ahead on, man. I don't talk to you, bro. So this was it. So we're going to fast forward on up to the meat of the story. So we are actually in B unit now. This is like a year and some change later on because they had took the cigarettes out. They took the cigarettes out actually in 95. So it was 95. 1995 when they took the cigarettes and stuff out. The first time. This was the first time they took it out. People are like, man, they were smoking back in 2010 and stuff. No, this is the first time they took it out. They did it twice. They did it first time in 1995, brought it back in 96, and they did it again in 2010. But anyway, he comes into the dormitory. I know him, seen him, don't even speak to him. He instantly, by him being from South Georgia, he fall in with the South Georgia crew. Now I'm going to explain something. I'm going to bring the other person in that need to be heard in the story. That's why I won't have to go back down the line of trying to explain, describe him to you. And I'm going to call him East Georgia Black, because I don't call names. I'm not going to call the city he's from, but we're going to call him East Georgia Black. The big bad wolf and East Georgia Black, similar in height. Probably about, both of them about 6'2". Similar in weight, both of them about 210. The difference is East Georgia Black is an athlete, so he got a little bit more athletic build to him. He's not muscular. He don't work out. If he did work out, you could tell by his body type that he would be muscular. But he would shoot basketball and stuff like that. Had a little stomach, but it wasn't like a big stomach. You know what I mean? It was like a little, I don't do nothing but eat and go shoot a little basketball stomach. I'm not picking up no weight. He's a fighter. And I'm going to call him a predator, but he's an anomaly to the predators that I had named in previous videos. When I told you about the 3 tiers of type of predators that you have, like the gorilla predator, the gorilla, you know what I mean? He's just like the one that like to punch. He like the apex predator. You have the finessers. Then you have the guy doing the opportunists, the people who are running behind those, waiting on the he's not none of those. Matter of fact, I had never seen him take advantage of somebody smaller than him. Meaning that, you know what I mean, that for advancing. I had never seen him really just deal with guys that are into it. But I know that he is, because what I have seen him do, he don't like bullies. Hate him with a passion. If you a big mouth bully, he gonna try you. And he gonna try to go out there and take something from you. I'm telling you now, and he can fight. He's not one of those cowards that can sneak up on you. He would give you a head up and beat you on the mercy. I didn't see him do it with my own 2 eyes. Meaning that if you don't know how to fight, you don't stand a chance. If you do know how to fight, then he gonna respect you even more because you backing up what you're saying. He's not gonna come at you if you one of those dudes that's just doing your time in the cut, that you stand on business when it's time to stand on it. So this is the dude that I need y'all to understand here. Like I said, the big bad wolf is still the same person it was when I seen him over a year ago. Same exact dude. He ain't changed a bit. He steady running his mouth. And I can tell by the face, by the body language and stuff like that, that East Georgia Black ain't feeling this dude. Matter of fact, East Georgia Black come to me. Me and him had a kind of rapport. And it wasn't like a great rapport, but it was good enough because we played basketball. We got kind of cool on the basketball court. And plus, we liked the same college football team. He would ride on my bet. Meaning when I say ride on my bet, he's like, if I would bet on a game, he would ask me what game did I bet on, and he would double down on the same bet because I was very good at picking college football at that moment in time. So that's the type of rapport that we had. So we talk to each other. We speak to each other every day. But I'm not big fans of dealing with people who deal on that side of the fence. But I have really no choice because there's so many of them that's running around. But anyway, this dude, Wolf, the big bad wolf, he started be doing that every day, all day. I could tell that home was getting into it. It was getting on home nerves. But he never really said anything to him until it was a little dude from South Georgia. He was kind of quiet, but he was paying for protection. Everybody knew he was paying for protection. And I'm going to do a video about how people pay for protection in prison. But people do pay for protection. Meaning if your people sending you money and stuff, I don't want to be on the victim side of it. I don't want to get in with what everybody else is doing. I'm not a great fighter, but I got some money that my people are sending me. So I'm going to find me one of those dudes, and I'm gonna pay him the basically to make sure I'm good. And it's not just by giving him a weekly allowance. Basically, what he would do is either let him sack him up, which means put his stuff in that guy's locker, or that guy would let it be known that this is homeboy, nobody to mess with him. Either or, he's paying for protection because usually be a dude who don't have a lot, and he using Buddy to goddamn finance whatever issues or things that he's into, whether it be gambling or whatnot, or he just like to eat, whatever it is. But the little dude was paying for protection. Everybody knew he was paying for protection. So I guess the big bad wolf was trying to prove the point that he was the greatest fighter ever lived, not named Muhammad Ali, and and he needs to let everybody know that he's this big bad man. He started bullying little dude. Now nobody is messing with little dude. He's bullying him, being unsubtle about the bullying. First he was like, "Yeah, man, got put his stuff in somebody else like to be all right, huh?" That wasn't going on like that. But you sit out here talking because the dude was never messing with nobody. In this particular day, I guess East Georgia Black was on one. So we are sitting down in the TV room. The game is on. He's loud talking. East Georgia Blacks basically was like, man, damn, man, can't even hear the TV because he didn't keep running his mouth. I'm just saying how he said it. Like, I'm like, I knew it was going to go left when he started saying that because he's not the type of dude to say anything loud in that type of manner unless he ready to do whatever about it. And when he said that, Big Bad Wolf, he looking directly at us. Man, won't you just shut up, huh? Every day you come out here, man, and just running your mouth. Somebody gonna see what you really about what you saying. He like, oh, I ain't scared. I ain't scared. When he says that, East Georgia Black, said, man, I'll take you up in that room and beat the out of you and run up in you. He didn't say it that nice, but that's what he was basically implying. So when he said that, it was two clown dudes back there. I guess you could call this opportunists. They ain't no finessers. They was opportunists. They bust out laughing like, yeah, you gonna let him talk to you like that, Big Bad Wolf? Of course, they didn't call him that, but I am not gonna call his name. You gonna let him talk to you like that, man? I thought you boxed on the street, man. I know good well you ain't gonna let home talk to you like that. He bites the book. He wants the body. I can see his pride starting to overtake his common sense, but he ain't no fool because he understands that, hey, man, I might have to stand on this. So now they don't pull me out. So when they say that, everybody bust, like start laughing. God. He takes it out on the little dude who was standing there looking, smiling. He said, man, what you smiling at, man? You supposed to be effing. No, I take that back. He said, what you smiling at? You sacked up. You let somebody, you paying for protection. Basically what he was saying in that way. And East Georgia Black said, man, what you leaving that man alone, man? You supposed to be effing. Meaning that he supposed to be in Alto, when the person said that, it's the equivalent of somebody calling you a B or H or ho or whatever. It's the same thing. It's no difference. It's the same thing. When a person says that, they are basically saying that you are food. You on the plate. Just ain't nobody when the goddamn picked you up out the goddamn, picked you up and took the meal. But you there. Yeah, you ready to be served up. So when you say that, everybody get kind of quiet, but the two clowns yeah, he must be, hey man, hey, them fine words right there. Hey, boosting this dude up. And I'm trying to get Big Bad Wolf because we did have some reporting why diagnostics to look at me so I can tell them like, man, don't do this to yourself. Because I see where it's going. And at the time, in the early video, Strong versus Weak, I spoke on that usually a guy get turned out within the first year they're there. At this point in time, we had been down by almost 2 years. And Alto, almost 2 years. Not had quite made it that way. But that's an anomaly. Now, you putting yourself on the plate because ain't nobody tried to put you there. You putting yourself there. Even though it's messed up as it sounds, but that's what you're basically doing. Shut up, man. Be quiet, man. Bite the bullet on this one. Act like it never happened, like it never got said. Stay in your room for a day or two. Trust me, everybody gonna goddamn let it go. Quit talking as much. Start falling back, man. And when the opportunity arises to show yourself that you will stand up for yourself, yeah, take it out on the win. Don't throw it there like that, man. Because this man on a whole nother level. And I don't know if you thinking this man just talking, but he dead for real. Everybody know it. You might not know it, but everybody know it. But I'm wanting to make eye contact where I can shake my head like, man, this ain't it. This ain't the move that you need to make. This is a big mistake that you finna go down. But pride got a lot of us in prison. Pride get a lot of us in trouble. Pride allow us to make the choice and decision that gonna end up affecting us in long term, right along with the lack of emotional intelligence. You got to be more mindful of what you get yourself into. Sometimes it's okay to take a step back, especially in the free world, especially when you having an altercation with a person that you won't have to never see again. Unless that fate just faded that y'all walking, bumping to each other again. And hopefully at that point in time, usually the issue been passed over. Prison's different. Once you cross that line, it's up, man. So he gets up and says to E. George Black, oh, I ain't scared. I'll go in the room with you. E. George Black said these words. I ain't gonna even choke you out of nothing. I'm gonna make you give it to me. I'm gonna make you want to give it to me. As they was walking toward the steps, the two clown dudes are boosting it up. Now, each Georgia Black had a homeboy now who was basically, he didn't mess with none of that. He didn't do none of that predatory stuff, but he was a real one. He was a hog. And he was like, man, he told each other, man, let that go, man. Let him have that, man. Each George Black, said in, now I'm sick on him, man. You be messing with that man, man. That man ain't messing with nobody. If he is paying for protection, let him pay. It ain't got nothing to do with you. You try to prove yourself on the dude's side, have your side. We the same side. Don't be trying to pick on no little dude. Pick on me. He goes up there in the room with him. When he goes in the room with him, it's upstairs. Two comedy dudes, they go up, and I guess they hire a co-cell and his co-host, because they over there getting out commentary, play-by-play commentary. Oh, man. You hear them fighting up there. You heard them when soon they got in the door, you heard them. By 30 seconds in, you hear, all right, man, all right, you hear this, because the whole dorm is quiet. Then they say, oh, man, oh, he pulling off at Boston. He doing it for real. And I'm telling you what they're saying. You know what I mean? I'm not seeing this. This is what it's saying. And, oh, he making them grease himself up. So what? Man, this is crazy, man. And then you seen E. George Black come to his room and put the tissue up. Them other two dudes stand up there on the rail. What's crazy about this whole situation is the police seeing all this going on. The only thing he did was look at what's going on up there. And they said, there ain't nothing going on, man. I'm just trying to let my home, but trying to get something from my home. But he said, come on down there, up there. They leave out him up there. And now the tissue's up. 30 minutes go by. They come out the room. Big Bad Wolf, he shoots out the room. He goes out the room. He sleeps downstairs. He come downstairs. This evil. This is the best way to say it. But he's walking like something will happen. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you. He had some stuff leaking out of him, like his pants and stuff. Like it was stuck, like it was some grease or something going on with that. He comes out, he goes down and walks into his room. East Georgia Black get his towel. He got his stuff, his shower stuff. He shoots to the shower. Buddy comes out. The Big Bad Wolf shoots to the shower downstairs. East Georgia Black is upstairs. He take a shower. They come back, and everybody in there wasn't in the two comedy dudes sitting out there laughing. What a hit like? What a hit like East Georgia Black. While Buddy's walking by, East Georgia Black waiting on the shower because folks in there. What a hit like, baby. What a hit like. East Georgia Black says this. Hey, man. Listen, though. He ain't to be touched until I tell you it's okay. I just need to prove that he can be got. And he got. That's all that need to be known. And that what was said. He goes down. And this is what made this story even more crazy. He goes down there, take the shower, he put on the clothes. He come back and in the TV room like none of this ever happened. He is got knots, black spots popping up on his face like pimples, like the measles. He got bruises and everything. And the two coming dudes, man, I thought you can box, man. It wasn't even close, man. That man hit you like 3-4 times. You folded up. And this is what this dude say. He said, well, yeah, he got out and yeah, he took it. He took it, but ain't nobody else in here can take it. Ain't nobody else in here can take my. And that's crazy to me. He George Black got out the shower and he comes downstairs and we are back standing in front of the TV. I'm actually standing up in front of the TV watching the game. Because, you know, this is like everyday thing. Mind you, the stories that I done told you happened within the first 2 years that I had been there. First year, in 2 years I had been there. All the stuff. And I'm not even done with the stories in the first 2 years. This is just the beginning. I'm standing downstairs looking at TV. And dude, when he come down, when George Black come down, he looking and shaking his head and stuff like that. He looks at me. He said, hey, D, I know you usually have some type of word of wisdom on this, man. Come on with it. I know everybody waiting on it because they knew me, man. I don't talk a lot, but I'm going to speak reality. And I said, hey, I look like this is one of them stories of sometimes it's better not to find out if it's true or not. And everybody bust out laughing. Like, man, that was one of the situations that you shouldn't find out if it was true or not. Because I'm saying, why would you put yourself in that situation, man? It's crazy to me, man. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get some closure today here before I do my final closing monologue. But, yeah, this will continue on with this dude. Eventually, he just ended up conforming. And, like, he didn't have nothing. People weren't sending him anything. So he just basically started selling himself for store goods and whatnot. And he still was woofing. That was, I didn't understand. I guess this was his defense mechanism, or this is what type of person he was. He was still woofing. You know what I mean? Like, it was crazy to me. He still was the best fighter, the best basketball player, football player, track runner in the world. He eventually got transferred. I think he went to either a county camp because he didn't have that much time. I didn't know how much time he had because I never got a chance to get word in edgewise in the conversation of all that conversation that we done had. Dude, wow. But yeah, man, that's the story of the big black wolf, man. And I tell you what, on this monologue, the thing that I learned from that by seeing that is being being cautious, man. Don't ask for something that you can't have. Be more cautious about how you deal with your emotions, man. Don't allow people to trigger you to make bad choices and decisions. If you get to arguing with somebody out in public or wherever, man, take a step back, man. Count back to 10 back. I know it sounds cliche, but it is true that sometimes you can take a deep breath. And because you'll make that mistake and look back at it in hindsight after those few seconds of anger that don't cause you to crash out. And you look back in hindsight and ask yourself, was it worth it? I always ask myself this, man, do you owe me any money? Can I make any money off of you? Is there anything that can be beneficial to me dealing with you in this level? No, it's not. If you are not a threat to my family or my personal being, and there's a way that I can bag out of, I'm going to walk away because I don't got old enough to understand that mindset of Zen that I will lose more and more people will be hurt by me making bad choice and decision because I'm allowing my pride to dictate to me the course of action that I might go about. I always say that it's not about what comes your way, it's about how you react to it. But until the next time, man, like I said, man, like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate everybody who tuned in. I appreciate everybody who got on staying down, who's staying down, who is viewing these videos, commenting on them. I see them. And like I said, Write in the comments a good time for me to do a live. I just don't want to do no random live. I want an opportunity to interact with the people who've been supporting the channel. And I want to know what y'all schedule will look like. Because I promise you, man, I love y'all so much and I appreciate y'all so much, bro, that I will make time out of my schedule to make sure that everybody get an opportunity to ask me these questions. And I'm going to be truthful with my answer as possible. Just as long as it's not going too far into asking me about certain individuals. You know what I mean? Meaning I'm not calling anybody name or none of that. Hey, man, y'all be blessed, man. Till the next time, man. Big D and Charlie. Mine is Charlie. Just me. Solo Dolo. I'm trying to get this dude to start doing videos and send them to me before I can edit them and get them out to you. That we don't have to be sitting beside each other to have a video, have a YouTube channel together. But yeah, man, y'all be blessed, man. Till the next time, man. I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.